Right, so with me now is Natalie. And Natalie is from...
Well, I live in London, but I'm French, South African.
How does a French person end up in London?
I grew up in South Africa to French South African parents, and then I moved to Australia. I did university there, and then landed up moving to London.
You've been around.
I have been around, yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
And now you're in Costa Rica. How did that happen?
Actually, Martine, who I just pointed to behind the camera, she was running a retreat in 2015. I went on that retreat and I fell in love with it. So we were here in the Osa, spent about, I think, a week or something. And then I went on and I traveled to Santa Teresa and a little bit north. And I just was like so wowed by it that kind of planted a little seed of maybe moving here, which wasn't, it wasn't an overnight job. But yeah, and then I kind of eventually did in 2018. I just quit my job and then spent, I think, 6 months living in Santa Teresa, which is in the Nicoya Peninsula. But the Osa has always been like my most favorite of the places.
Why is it? What was it that wowed you?
The humidity is amazing. It makes my skin feel great. No, I'm joking. The nature is incredible, and that's a South African saying this, right? We've got like incredible nature. I don't know, I've experienced such beauty here and the weather is fantastic. I love the sun. And London doesn't really get much, so I mean that's not, that's...
It does have the reputation for that. Yeah.
And I don't know, the way of life is really chilled out. It's a beautiful place. And I think I love their value, I love how they value their nature and how they look after it, and they put a lot of time and energy into protecting it. They are encouraging people to be mindful of this environment.
Where are you staying on Osa?
I'm staying in Puerto Jimenez in a little house with my friend. Not on the beach, but not too far from the beach. I just love the little suburban kind of jungle, It's a treat for me, different way of life.
What's it like apart from hot and humid?
I think time goes really slow here. Coming from a city, it's like bam, 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 have to do. There's just a different mentality. I just feel like there's a different perspective of things. Yeah, I love the Central America. I mean, I've scratched the surface of the country, I haven't seen much of it. And the Osa is just lush rainforest. It's so special.
Is it expensive to come to Costa Rica?
I mean, it's not cheap. It's a developed country. I think it's a bit on par with some leading cities. It's not that much less expensive than London.
I'm a bit surprised by the answer because London is insanely expensive.
I mean, now it is. This year it is, but yeah. If you go out to eat in a restaurant or you have an Airbnb here in Costa Rica, it's not cheap. You do have to be mindful of that if you're coming here as a tourist.
How would you summarize your stay in Costa Rica in 2 words?
Pura vida.
That's the answer I was hoping for.
Yeah?
Thank you, Natalie.
You're welcome.